Hey, and welcome to the relaunched New Look Johnny Tropics channel. I'm Johnny, and join me as I help 3 boa constrictors get back on their feet. Yeah, well, okay, maybe not feet, but I am going to get them back up to full strength and then back into the wild while they try to kill me. Ooh, close one. Now, these boas were taken from the wild to be kept as pets, which of course is a terrible idea. It's dangerous and it's just not fair on the animal. The guy who did take these boas no longer wants to look after them, and through a chain of people they've ended up with me because of my work with snakes, which gives me the opportunity to return them to the wild. Hooray! Snakes taken from the wild generally maintain all of their instincts for hunting prey and avoiding predators, so I'm confident that a release back to the wild will be best for them. But before I do, I want to make sure that they're strong and healthy enough to look after themselves. That's why I've borrowed these cages and glammed them up with branches to give them some space to climb and eat live food, and in this way I can generally assess their health and, if necessary, give them the time to build their strength. Let's move the little one first, and he goes straight into his new enclosure with no hesitation. Next to one of the females who's less laid back but also goes into her enclosure without any issues. Lastly, this beautiful boss of a lady who is significantly less chill. But finally does go in. Look at that stunning pattern, and she's coming back to get me. Okay, safely inside now.
So now the snakes are free to explore, do some climbing, and be safe well inside their cages, ready for their eventual... I'm just playing. I had a feeling these cages weren't going to be quite secure because of those bars, so I thought I'd keep an eye on them, see if they can actually escape, and snakes being the escape artists that they are, it took about 10 minutes before she found that opening and was able to get out. So I've actually got a large box, now I'm going to use it as an alternative. Not ideal because it's not going to be able to climb, but it's going to be a lot more secure than this cage.
So the snakes seem pretty strong and healthy. As you've seen, they're able to climb just fine. So really there's no need to delay their release much longer at all. Just a few more days to give them a chance to eat, digest, and scare the ever-loving crap out of me. So we're ready. Time to get on the road and get them to the wild. To help me lug this lot around, I have recruited some friends of mine. Meet Charlie, Haley, and Mika. I've cleverly hand-selected friends that are prettier than me in order to boost video views. Yay! So where are we going? Well, here is the globe. Get out of here, flat earthers. And we are in Honduras in Central America, traveling from the city of San Pedro Sula to a protected area near the coast, Geoffharvey National Park. We arrive at the community of Miami. Not that one, obviously. This is a tiny village at the literal end of the road. The people here rely on tourism to make a living, and we're all too happy to work with local entrepreneurs who understand the importance of looking after the park. We meet Alejandro.
Got Alejandro as our boat driver.
Thank you, Charlie. Alejandro is an indispensable part of our team today. He knows the park extremely well and is going to guide us today. Geoffharvey National Park is a marvel of biodiversity of animals and plant life found in its rainforest, rocky lagoons, beaches and mangrove forest. It's across the salty lake and through flooded mangrove forest that we're travelling for the easiest way to access some remote dry land far from any human activity. On our way, we see some of the best of that biodiversity that I was talking about, a young crocodile. And that's your bonus animal of the video.
all in this direction for kilometres and kilometres is the rest of Jeanette Kawas National Park. So it's just pure wilderness. As you can see, it's difficult to get to. No one really comes along here at all. So we are going to take advantage of this spot. It's ideal habitat for the boas, and this will be their new home.
This part of the park was once an African palm plantation, and some of the old workers' trails are still usable, giving us a way deeper into the park. I want to get to the original native forest, which is a more suitable habitat for the boas.
I think roughly around here is a good spot for our first boa. There's some really good habitat here, nice primary habitat. We got past all the old palm plantation, which is now part of the park. It's all recovering forest, but here we have beautiful mangrove over there, beautiful mangrove over here. We release them right here in the shady spot, so it isn't released immediately into some stressful heat. Yeah, I think this is a good spot. Baby girl. She's got the chance to climb, she's got the chance to go down into the undergrowth. I'm just going to back up, let her feel less threatened.
Understandably upset, to be fair. She's not aware she's being released at the moment, isn't sure if we are trying to attack her or not. She is definitely not ready to be friends, and I respect that. Now, it is worth noting that we do talk about snakes being aggressive and angry, but in reality, they really aren't just scared of us and trying to defend themselves. I'm sure if you had some big lumbering goon 10 times your weight dragging you out of a bucket, you'll be pretty pissed too. The important point being, in general, the less you bother a snake, the less likely they are to cause you any harm. I love that her instinct is to climb where she'll be safe and able to look for prey, and I hope that the first thing it eats is that bloody bird that's causing all of that racket. Deeper in the forest, we find a suitable spot for the second boa.
Oh, she wedged herself in there. There we go. Okay, so pretty unhappy about being manhandled, so we're going to get her to this nice spot as quickly as possible, where she's got a choice of disappearing under the undergrowth or climbing the tree. There you go, baby girl. Yours.
Finally, our friendly dude, our little man, Bo Marshall.
I'm excited for you, Bo Marshall.
Bo Marshall, the last snake to be released.
Yay!
Yeah. What were the other names?
We had Bertha,
The big one?
big one, mad one, La Enojadita,
Yeah.
and Rick Bowman.
Oh,
Was
so
the
finally
second
Bo
one.
Marshall, right?
Finally, Bo Marshall.
Okay.
Bo Marshall, as we've named him, is very chill. So because he's quite small, we're going to release him into this habitat amongst the mangroves because it's a lot easier for him to climb. He's got the option of getting up. If he does want to go low though and get in amongst those mangrove roots or into the vegetation just beyond, he's still got plenty of options.
so done. I think that was a really successful release. All three boas out back into the wild. All three seem to have embraced their new surroundings. It's so good to see them back out in the wild, exploring, probably for the first time in years, some of them. So we're really happy to see them back enjoying their new habitat in a safe place. So thanks for joining us. It's been great. Hi everyone, I'm just back to let you know that these boas, despite being back in the wild, still have very low self-esteem, and they'd probably be a lot happier if only they were popular on YouTube and getting attention on social media. So you'd be doing them a huge favour by liking this video and sharing it. Seriously though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit subscribe if you haven't already, because there are even wilder adventures coming soon. And if you didn't enjoy it, then why not try an old video of mine? They're different, they're low production quality and have fewer pretty people, but they're also less goofy and do have very interesting animals, which I know you love. See you on the next adventure.